During my search for the VK4 on AliExpress, I found something else. Let's talk about it. Now we all know what 12 bucks can get us, but what about half that price, like around 5 to 6-ish bucks with the QKZ AK6, and is it any good for gaming? As usual, disclaimer, this is a gaming perspective review on this IEM, not an audiophile one, so just get that out of our system. That's it. After taking off the packaging, I'm surprised to find that we actually do get a plastic case which contains all the items inside. So aside from the carrying case, we're gonna get the earbuds, some sport ear hooks, a bag of extra tips, and a shirt clip, and that's pretty much it in this package. The IEMs are mostly made of plastic aside from the metal vent with a non-detachable cable, which are obviously marked so you know which is left and right. The casing is transparent and comes in various different colors, but I got the yellow version, which ended up being very orange. The plastic casing extends also to the nozzle, which is expected, but at least we get a little metal grill to keep our earwax out. The cable, while being non-detachable, is actually very nice with memory hooks so you don't have to worry about them getting out of shape, and the rest of the cable is quite nice, being wrapped in this transparent rubber. And down at the splitter you will find the microphone, which has a pause and play button, and very interestingly, a slider for volume.
For those of you who will be using this microphone, this is gonna be how it sounds. It actually sounds pretty decent for what it is. Mind you, it is an inline microphone, so it'll pick up like cable jiggle sounds, and it's actually at the splitter for this one, so it's a little bit lower than usual, where normally it would be right around here. But all things considered, you know, it works. The rest of the cable after the splitter is decently thin, leading up to a condom-covered straight jack. Now when it comes to accessories, this thing did come with these little rubber ear hooks, which I assume is for sport, which you can wrap around the pre-existing formed hooks, which is kind of redundant. And honestly, they don't even fit that well, so I would just honestly get rid of it. Now this is how they're gonna look like on my head, and honestly, they were quite okay. I found the nozzles to be a bit longer than I would have liked, so I had to find like the proper position to find it to be comfortable. Your mileage may vary, but for me, it was like a B- in comfort. Now while this isn't gonna be an audiophile review, I still do have to talk a little bit about the sound signature of these guys, because that's still very important in relation to gaming, and you know, you are probably going to be using them for other things. Overall, it's actually pretty clean. Like, not ultra mega clean, but for $5, pretty clean. Let's put that in perspective. For $5, it is clean-ish. You're not gonna expect the cleanest sound in the world out of $5. Come on, let's just be real here. Anyway, the thing that stands out the most on these guys is the bass. It is extremely prominent and definitely noticeable the moment you start listening to anything. These are, without a doubt, bass head IEMs. The bass is very boomy, but at the same time still manages to be punchy. These have more punch than the VK4. Now the mids on these guys refuse to be drowned out by the bass and actually make themselves quite present and clear, which is great for voice comms and tracking people with the sounds of footsteps and gunshots. That along with the highs, of course, which, by the way, aren't actually that bad. They don't get very bright, but in my opinion, that's not a bad thing. If you're very, like, high sensitive, you won't have to worry about your eardrums being slit open anytime anyone makes an S sound. The soundstage is small, which is to be expected of an IEM, but it's not horribly constricted. In fact, I think it's a little bit bigger than the VK4 in terms of like forward and backward depth. Also, like the VK4, the soundstage is essentially shaped like a hallway where you're facing the wall and the far sides are to your left and right. Though on the AK6, it seems the walls are a little further from you, so you're sitting in a wider hallway, which is actually nice. With more forward and backward depth to match with the sides, I'm able to have a better idea of where things are at my diagonals, which greatly helps with the imaging on these IEMs. While not exactly being pinpoint, its 360 imaging is actually fairly good, and it also does pretty well in terms of depth, allowing me to judge distances pretty decently. And I do think it has to do something with the bass bringing out that depth. The bass also gave more life to explosions, making them deep and rumbly when I'm in game. This all added up led to a very enjoyable gaming experience. Now as for my overall impression of these guys, I'm extremely impressed, especially for the price that I paid for them. I was expecting a lot of poop, and now I got a super mega budget king. A very bassy super mega budget king. As a matter of fact, if you're super mega into bass, I would recommend these things over the VK4s. The VK4s are if you like bass, but you don't want like too much bass. Mind you, when you choose these over the VK4s, while you are paying less and you're getting more bass, you don't get a removable cable. So if you're really into like the whole removable cable thing, you're not gonna get that with these guys, just, you know, as a reminder. That said, if you really love bass and you're on a super tight budget, or you just don't want to pay a whole lot, these guys are really great at the price of $5 to $6. But of course, to get them at this price, you will have to get them from AliExpress, which I believe many people believe is kind of sus. So if it makes you guys feel a little bit more comfortable, I'm going to put the link that I bought of in the description. And if you still feel that AliExpress is too freaking sus for you, then I'm also going to put an Amazon link in which you're probably going to have to pay a little bit more for these guys. Mind you, the Amazon links are affiliate links, so if you buy off them, I get a slight kickback to help support this itty bitty channel. Anyway, that's basically all I got today. So if you liked the video, like and subscribe. If you disliked it, well, you know, just hit that dislike button. Make me cry or something, I don't know. But if you did like the video and you have subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell so you're like always on top of things. All that said, I hope this video has helped you out figure out what you want or didn't want, and I'll see you guys next time.